I'm doing okay. I'm doing pretty good, actually. I guess I've been talking about this story for 20 years, and just because I wanted to get the message out that it's not scary strangers, hardly ever. It's someone you know, you love, you trust, or someone your parents know, love, and trust. And the really ugly truth is, this is in our families, it's in our congregations, it's in our communities, it's in our Boy Scout troops and in our schools, and it's the people that we love and trust. We have got to talk about it if we're going to make a difference in the numbers, because the numbers have not changed very much since the 70s when this happened to me. You know, it's about my kidnapping as a child, and I was abducted twice by a family friend who moved into our area with his own family of 5 children and a wife, and we met them at church. And it just chronicles how the grooming and manipulation happened for 2.5 years before he kidnapped me for the first time, and then how he wormed his way into all of our lives and convinced me that I was supposed to have a child with him to save a dying planet. It's a really bizarre story, and it's really gut-wrenching because he really did manipulate and use my father, my mother, my sisters, myself, and it's gone viral. It's insane. It's really amazing to have the message out there. You never know how you're gonna end up when you start on a passion project like this documentary, but the fact that Netflix was able to come into the picture and that the film launched on January 15th has completely changed my life for the last month anyway. It has gone viral. I've been interviewed on 50 different, podcasts, radio stations, by newspapers and huge magazines from Vanity Fair, Cosmopolitan, to Newsweek and Vulture and Rolling Stone. I mean, it's just insane. You can't plan this. You're prepared to tell your story. You're just not maybe prepared to tell it 3 or 4 times a day. And that's a little bit emotionally taxing and mentally and physically. I'm tired, but I am committed that this message continues to multiply and go as far out as it needs to reach in order for us to see what we just don't want to see. We don't want to see that it's grandpa. We don't want to see that it's the gymnastics coach. We certainly don't want it to be the pop star that we love, that's the soundtrack of our life. I remember that, saying to my mom, it's obvious he's a pedophile, but nobody wanted to believe it. He groomed and the entire world. This happens. It happens a lot. So it has been crazy. 20,000, messages that are coming in. Thanks for giving us a voice. And here's my story. It was my dentist. It was my school teacher. It was, you just can't get over the numbers of people who have been affected by this kind of abuse. I'm really happy that the conversation's begun. But yeah, my life's gone crazy. I'm going on The View, I've done Dr. Phil, and I'm doing more, and I'm getting offers to do all kinds of things that I hope will, again, keep this conversation going, empower and strengthen those who still have yet to come forward. I have people in their 50s, 60s, 70s that they told me first their story, and I've encouraged them to please file a report and to tell. We can't protect these predators, these perpetrators. We just can't do it anymore. It's got to stop.